There are 25 different ways to withdraw your retirement savings, and most of them could sabotage your financial plan and peace of mind. Some leave you exposed to taxes. Others make you live too frugally just to play it safe. And a few, they just don't work in real life. So today we're breaking them down. I'll show you which ones fall short and the one strategy that actually adapts the way that life unfolds. It's called the risk-based guardrail strategy. And once you see how it works, you'll understand why we use it for our clients that are entering into the retirement income phase. Let's start with the basics. What is a withdrawal strategy? It's how you decide how much money to take from your retirement accounts, month by month, year by year. This replaces your paycheck once you've stepped out of full-time work. It sounds simple. Just withdraw what you need, right? Well, not exactly. Spend too much too soon and you risk running out of money. Spend too little and you risk living smaller than you need to. And if you pull from the wrong accounts in the wrong order, the IRS will thank you for the bonus. So why is this so complicated? Honestly, it shouldn't be. But here's the deal. Most retirees don't have one clear strategy. They end up cobbling together whatever seems to make sense in the moment. And when you actually look at the options, you'll find over 25 different strategies. And here's just a few examples. The bucket strategy, the CD ladder, the 4% rule, the endowment method, the floor and ceiling strategy, income flooring, time segmentation, asset location, dividend only, the spend more early model. It goes on and on. Listen, some of these are useful in theory, but most of them are either rigid, overly simplistic, or completely disconnected from the way that retirees actually spend money. Let's walk through 3 popular ones so you can see the difference. First, fixed dollar withdrawals. You pick a set amount, say $50,000, and stick with it for a set period of time. It's likely based on between 3 to 5% of your overall portfolio, and after 5 years, you reassess. It's simple. You divide it into monthly paychecks, keep the portfolio balanced for inflation, and monitor your withdrawal rate. But here's the problem. If the market drops, your withdrawal rate balloons. That 5% can easily become 7%, and that can threaten your entire plan. Plus, you're not adjusting for inflation. So over time, you're losing purchasing power quietly. The second approach is the bucket strategy. You divide your money into 3 buckets based on when you'll need it. Bucket 1 covers near-term expenses, 2 to 3 years. Bucket 2 covers midterm, years 4 through 10. And bucket 3 holds your long-term money, invested more aggressively for years 10 and beyond. Psychologically, it works well because it's comfortable to know that your now money is safe. But complexity creeps in fast. Too many buckets, overloaded cash, rebalancing headaches, and require minimum distributions that mess with the whole setup. It's peace of mind on the surface, but operationally, it's a hassle. Next up, the famous 4% rule, where you withdraw 4% of your portfolio in year 1 and increase it to adjust for inflation moving forward. $40,000 becomes $41,200, then $42,600, and so on. The research behind it is strong, but the assumptions are strict. You need a 60-40 portfolio, you can't deviate, and life doesn't always follow that script. People have emergencies, opportunities, one-time expenses. The 4% rule doesn't flex. Which brings us to the strategy we actually use with our clients, risk-based guardrails. This is the strategy that stands apart because it adapts. Here's how it works. You get 2 guardrails, one above and one below, based on your current age, plan, assets, and goals. If your portfolio value grows and hits the upper guardrail, great, you get to spend more. And if you stay between the rails, your plan stays right on track. Behind the scenes, we're running Monte Carlo simulations monthly, constantly adjusting based on markets, inflation, and your changing life. But what you see is simple: How much can I safely spend? Am I still on track? And what's the plan if things change? And in my experience, that's all that most retirees really want to know. And unlike the 4% rule or fixed withdrawals, this strategy adjusts for real-life events. Paying off an RV, the system knows that's a short-term expense. It builds that in and smooths out your future income accordingly. Risk-based guardrails let you feel confident when markets swing because they show you when to pivot and when to stay the course. It's not about avoiding every bump in the road. It's about knowing when a bump is just a bump and when it calls for an actual change. I've reviewed 25 plus withdrawal strategies, and nothing else strikes this balance of flexibility, clarity, and peace of mind. You're not stuck in a pass-fail scenario. Retirement isn't black and white. You get to adjust, you get to explore, you get to live without constantly second-guessing your plan. And that's the win. So if you want to find out how resilient your strategy is, here's what I suggest. Take our free Wealth Resilience Scorecard. It's a 2-minute assessment that helps you to understand how your plan will hold up in different market conditions. You'll get personalized insights, not just generic advice, and you'll know where you're strong and where you may need to tighten things up. The link's in the description, and if this helped you think differently about retirement, hit subscribe, because every week we're helping people like you retire smarter with less stress and more confidence. See you in the next one.